guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be recapping the second episode of the 6th season of Vampire Diaries. This is actually my first recap of the Vampire Diaries because last week I actually did a watch-along vlog, which I'll have it down below if you guys want to check it out. It's where basically when I watch the episode and you guys are seeing me watch it live. But you guys are probably wondering about my background right now. Because you're like, dude, do you really have that in your house somewhere? Like, is this a mural that is painted on your wall? It actually is. It cost me a lot of money to get this, like, plastered on my wall. Yeah, I got some really cool artists like Van Gogh and Picasso to come on in here and just to paint that in my wall. Yeah, it's every girl's dream. No, I'm kidding. It's a green screen. I'm trying to be a little more professional over here, even though my videos are never professional. They're just a big ball of fun. At least I try to be a big ball of fun. There's no water in here. I'm pretending. I'm going to actually put water in that. And then we put water in it. Verbatim. I can't do it. Even though my videos are always a little dysfunctional and some malfunction happens, and now we're just gonna roll with it. This is not in my room. Just a little disclaimer out there. I don't really have this painted on my wall. And I'm also gonna have a couple of videos linked below if you guys want to check them out. I did a strange addiction to Vampire Diaries. But let's just get started with recapping this episode. And also a big shout out to Julie Pluck for retweeting me in the middle of the episode. Currently, have not looked at Twitter because she retweeted me. That's not Trevina as my background. I can all look at Twitter because she retweeted me and my Twitter just went pizzazz, which I love it because, you know, it makes me really happy to see that the writers, like, see my tweets. And it was, like, the sad crying face, which we will talk about in a little bit. So let's just get started with our recap. Hey, I actually caught that. The first part of the episode is us rewinding 4 months ago. We see Damon and Bonnie and they're holding hands and it's like, I don't know. And then it's 4 months ago and they're in the exact same spot. He's like, whoa, where'd everyone go? It's like, you guys didn't really care about us that much, did you? You guys are all kind of gone now. Where'd you guys go? And then they go by the grill in the Mystic Falls, and he's like, I'm pretty sure I just blew that up an hour ago. Where the hell are we? And I don't mean geographically. And I thought that was hilarious. So then we flash forward to today, and Jeremy is too busy making out with homegirl from New York, and I was like, oh, you know, my sister just bit you, but I'm gonna take advantage and eat your face, lick your face. I don't know. They were making out. It was really weird. I was like, you bounce back fast. That's supposed to be Bonnie 2.0, even though, you know, we all love Bonnie way more than this chick from New York who's a little sketchy. I don't know what's going on with her, but I don't trust her. I personally do not trust her. But yet again, I don't trust anyone on the show. Sometimes I'm just like, Ivy's cooking breakfast for Stefan. Stefan's like, why are you still here, homegirl? She's like, oh, right. We just slept together. You didn't want breakfast. I'm gonna go. Never mind. I'm making a fool out of myself. I'm just gonna, okay, bye. I'm gonna cook dinner for you. And I was like, you like her, don't you, Stefan? You like her. I could tell you like her maybe just a little bit. Enter Mr. Enzo. I am loving Enzo this season. I was loving him at the end of last season, but there was something that I was like, no, Enzo, I don't want you near Carolyn. Right now, I'm all about that. I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm sorry, Trevino. I don't think you're watching this, Trevino. I really hope not, because you're not even in this episode, so hopefully you're not seeing this. But can't handle it. I can't handle it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And no one's gonna tell me that I don't love it. Enzo and Caroline, please happen. I will be happy. Plus Tyler's too busy with Liv, so who cares? We're gonna rewind a bit. Lark and Elena. Lark's trying to help Elena forget about Damon. And he's like, who is Damon Salvatore? He was my boyfriend. He died. I loved him. The whole episode consists of these sentences over and over again. The part where Lark is questioning Elena was so sweet, but it was so sad at the same time because we obviously, you guys know me, I'm really in limbo with this and I feel really bipolar when I watch this show because, like, I love Stefan with Elena, but I love her with Damon, so I'm like Stelena and Delena, and it's just, you know what it all is? It's a part of being a Libra. I'm a Libra, so I'm balanced. I like both sides. Sorry. We come to realize that what? Damon and Bonnie are stuck in time. They're walking down Mystic Falls. Hey, there's Elena's not burnt down house. This is weird. Where are we? I was like, please let us see little Gilberts. I'm dying to see baby Jeremy or baby Elena, but it didn't happen. We flash back to the $1 million question. Who is Damon Salvatore? He was my boyfriend. I loved him. He died. It's the same thing, and he's like, why is this so dang complicated? Back to Stefan. He's having a blood bag, and then Ivy walks in. He's like, oh, I was just getting the thing ready. You didn't see anything. And she's like, yeah, I bumped into some of your friends. Like, she's really confused. Like, you didn't have friends. Why? Who are these people? And he's like, friends? Like, I don't have any friends. What are you talking about? It's like, enter Enzo and Caroline, and he's like, oh, you guys were not invited here. And then I was dying when Enzo was like, hey, mate. Your friend over here tells us this is your house, so we could just walk in whenever we want. Got any bourbon? What a man, what a man, what a money fine man. Yeah. So it's Damon cooking pancakes. We all love pancakes, don't we? And I'm like, there's Damon. He's still making pancakes. Got anything else to eat? I thought it was hilarious how Bonnie was like, breakfast with my least favorite person in a crossword puzzle from 1994. And I thought that was hilarious. If we look into the actual writing, not the storyline, but the actual writing is freaking phenomenal for everyone on Vampire Diaries. Then we switch back to the $1 million question once again. Who was Damon Salvatore? He was my boyfriend. He died. Lark's trying to find something else, changes something else in Elena's brain. Who was Damon Salvatore? He was my boyfriend. I loved him. He died. And then Lark's like, alright, I've tried like 10 times already. This isn't working out. I'm calling back up. Calls Caroline. It's like, alright, look, I'm trying to help your friend here, but I don't know when she fell in love with Damon. Help a brother out. She fell in love with Damon when she was still with Stefan. And you're just like, that's awkward. That's awkward because Stefan's right behind you and you didn't see him behind you. This just got really awkward. Stefan and Caroline are talking. You guys know at the end of the last season, there was kind of an OPT growing there. People were liking it. They were getting kind of cute for everyone. But you know what? Stefan says he's moved on. He doesn't care. He said he's moved on, which I don't believe. There's no way. And he also hasn't shut off his humanity because there's no way. Caroline's like, there's no way. You were the only one who ever cared. Like, we were going, everything could be falling and crumbling down and you were the only one who cared about any of us. Caroline was like, you know what? Let me sum it down for you. You're a dick. And then she just walks off and I was like, I'd actually never heard Caroline say, like, be that mean to Stefan when they were, like, best friends. It was kind of, like, different. It was like, wow, like, you really need to listen to that because Caroline's usually not one to be like, you're a dick. Like, she'll say, like, sassy, like, if she says something mean. But she's like, you know what, you're a dick. And she just walked away and it was, like, really serious. And it got kind of awkward again. Even me, who wasn't there, like, if I was there, it would have been awkward. But the only person there was Enzo and his neck was broken. And then we pause right there when Caroline storms out and we go back to Lark and Elena. That $1 million question's about to end soon, hopefully. Who was Damon Salvatore? He was my boyfriend. I loved him. He died. And then Lark was like, you know what? You need to admit it to yourself that you were in love with Damon when you were still in love with Stefan. And it was just like really awkward. And Elena was like, no, like I was always faithful to Stefan. I always loved Stefan. Lark to Elena says it's okay to love them both or you love them both or something like that. I was like, that's what Catherine said. And then she's like, just like Catherine would say. And I was like, I said it first. Like I wrote it on my note. I was like, I said it first. It was my birthday, you know, we were looking for Stefan and all hope was down. And I didn't even want to go to the party that Caroline had made for me. Even though he loved me, he gave me the one thing that gave me hope with his brother. And I was like, I was about to start crying right there because it's like true. Like when you go back to that episode, it's like, dang, he gave her that thing that like she loved the most that her boyfriend gave her because she was still with Stefan at that point. Well, even though Stefan kind of ran off with Klaus and it's kind of awkward, but you know, they never broke up technically. Lark's taking her memory away and she's like, Damon never walked into the room. He stayed home with Jeremy that night watching movies. And she's like, Jeremy, Damon killed Jeremy. Damon killed Jeremy. He snapped his neck and killed him. And I was like, no, well, he did do that, but Jeremy's alive still. And here we go. Who was Damon Salvatore? He's Stefan's brother. He was a monster. He's dead. And I was like, no, Julie, Caroline, all the writers, how could you guys do this? But something's gonna happen and things are gonna get crazier and crazier as it goes on. Switch back to the car where Caroline's in and she's crying and Enzo walks in like, well, that was da-da-da-da. And the way, like, this is where I fell in love with Enzo, guys. I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm sorry, Trevino. Don't hate. She's like this, like, not trying to him to see her. And he grabs her face and he's like, no, there's no way. And he walks out. And I'm like, I love you so much, Enzo. I love you so much. And I'm totally, like, being crazy right now. But I just love that, like, the fact that he just, like, grabbed her face and she's crying. And he sees that and he's like, no, it's not going to be like this. And he walks out. He's like, he's defending her. And I don't know, guys. I just thought it was really cute. And I can't handle it. Can't handle it. It was just so cute and I loved it so much in so many ways. Like, he grabs Ivy and he's like, oh, you're not gonna help find your brother? Your brother promised you an eternity of misery, so here you go. And he snaps her neck. He's like, that's payback for snapping my neck, but she's really not coming back. And I was like, I don't want to be on your bad side, Enzo. Can I cry? Can you come help me? Because I just thought that was so cute. I don't know why I just found it so cute that she's like crying. He's like, you have a girl over there crying for you. Like, this is not okay. Like, you need to go help me find your brother. I loved how Enzo was like, brothers don't give up. And I was like, that is so true, Stefan. What the hell is wrong with you? You need to be slapped across the face. And we go to a really sad moment that I was about to start bawling. Is when Jeremy's on the phone. I was like, he doesn't have any friends. Who's he talking to? And then it's Bonnie's voice. And he's like, I talked to your mom today. And she said it's okay if I keep paying for your phone bill because I keep wanting to hear your voice. And there's just that broke me completely. And Matt's calling Mr. Fell, or whatever his first name is, and he's like, well, yeah, I went to school with Jeremy's dad. I know how everything is. He's like, oh, then then we need to chat about some things. And he's like, yeah, I know what you mean, but I gotta go right now. He's like, I'm a Fell. And I have been wanting to know something about the Fells since season 1's where the twin Fells were in the Mystic Falls court or whatever to be Miss Mystic Falls. And I was like, dude, we never hear about the Fells. They're just always there. And like, we knew Logan, but Logan was kind of creepy. But we never knew more about the Fells. It was just Logan and the 2 twins. I heard about the Fells in season 1, so I wanted to hear a little bit more about them. And Andre, you got what you wanted, because this guy's freaking creepy. He's driving one of those creepy vans that look like he's going to kidnap some kids in it. And he's driving it. What did he do? He kidnapped some hybrids, some werewolves, some vampires, some witches. I don't know what they were. I'm going to guess that they were vampires and hybrids, because they all burnt in the sun. He's just driving. He's like playing a really fun song at the same time that I was like, this is kind of creepy. All of a sudden, they passed the Mystic Falls sign, and everything just hell breaks loose, and they're all burning. He just turns up the music, and he's enjoying it, and they're all burning in like pain, and I'm like, okay, Mr. Fell, I realize the Fells are kind of creepy. Yeah, okay. We're going to switch to the last scene that was confusing. Remember earlier in the episode, Barney's like, I hear something. He's like, no, you're just going crazy because it's just us two. Damon's like, hey, you finally figured out that question number 27 or something like that, or the cross, like, there was a question in the crossword puzzle that wasn't figured out yet. Bonnie's like, no, I didn't. What are you talking about? He's like, either you're messing with me or we're not alone here. I never answered this. And then I was like, who is there? Honestly, my high hopes are for somebody that it would never be. But I kind of want it to be Anna, and you guys all know that I'm obsessed with Anna. I don't know, what do you guys think? That is my question for you guys, is who do you guys think is there with Damon and Bonnie? I don't think it's going to be anyone good, but that's what I want really bad. Like, I'm thinking about all my characters that I miss so much on the show that I'm just like, please let them be back. But I want you guys to comment below and let me know who you guys think is going to be that person, because I don't know. And I'm sorry if this recap was super duper long, but it was just something to give you guys since we're back on. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and click that thumbs up button if you guys liked it. I don't know, and comment below your thoughts on this episode and who you guys think is with Bonnie and Damon. And if you guys think they'll find a way back home. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching.